Currently at work. Bro. I low-key. Please hold. Currently at work. And I low-key feel overstimulated as fuck, I think. I feel really like real overstimulated. For sure. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just like I feel like I'm on the verge of burnout. Is what it feels like. I feel like I'm like creeping up on it. I've been working a lot of hours. I'm working like 30 hours a week. School full time. Got class 10 hours out of the week. You know, and I recently made some new friends, which feels awesome. And I've been staying up really late, barely getting any sleep. Really haven't been eating on meal plan, which is not great, but I feel good about that, you know? Like, I don't feel like, oh, you need to get back on meal plan, or oh, you're fucking not disciplined at all. Like, I don't really feel that way, I think, because I never struggled to make friends, but I think for the past couple years, I've definitely haven't been making an effort to make friends. So I've been doing that recently, like actually trying to like talk to more people and like just, you know, get their numbers or their Instagram and like hang out, plan a hangout and just get to know them. I think I've been making a lot of friends and people have been inviting me more places because of that, and that feels really good too. But because of that, I've also been like not sleeping and out late all the time, which is fine. But I think I've been trying to like let myself live a little bit more than just doing my mundane activities of chicken, rice, broccoli, gym, sleep, homework, work, save money. You know what I mean? It gets pretty mundane sometimes, and I think what I have been needing lately is actually just to do something outside of my comfort zone, which is like make new friends and stay up later and you know, not go to the gym at the same time every single day. And that's been feeling good to like switch it up and to connect with people and to talk to other people. But I also feel like I haven't been connecting with a lot of people recently. Like I feel pretty disconnected from myself as well, because I feel like I haven't been able to be super deep and vulnerable with anybody my age. You know, like I vent to my sister, my mom, you know, and it feels good to vent to them, and they are definitely my biggest supporters for sure. But I think I miss like talking to someone my age about my problems, you know, and like venting about it and them just saying like, yeah, I get it, you know, like that sucks. And I just feel like I miss that dynamic, I guess. And I feel like I'm lacking a lot of motivation recently to like go to the gym or to get my money up or to, you know, do the things I gotta do my homework. But I still do it, obviously. It gets done. Motivation is not forever. It gets done. Like, I'll do it, you know, but I just haven't felt like it, you know. So that kind of sucks, too. I'm really making this video, though, just because I am feeling kind of a little bit burnt out. But I have so many big goals and, like, so many dreams and aspirations, you know, like I sit and envision my life a lot, and I've been doing that a lot recently, like where I just get like visions of my life and I see so many amazing things. Like I see not even just the things that I own, but like what I feel, what I look like, how I make others feel, what I do for others, how I contribute to the world, you know. And it's huge, you know. I'm just sitting here thinking like, damn, like how am I gonna get to that, you know? And I feel like I'm definitely on my way. Like I'm not gonna sit here and be like and bullshit on myself and be like, oh, I'm so far away from my dreams. Like I don't feel that way. I don't feel that I'm far away. I think I've been working really hard towards a lot of things, and I've already done things that I never thought I'd be able to accomplish, you know. So that's not necessarily how I feel, but I feel like this job is also draining me. Minimum wage is not fun. Minimum wage is not fun at all. Because at first, like I wasn't getting a lot of hours at my last job, you know. So now I'm at this job getting a lot of hours, but it's like the paychecks hit and then it hits again and you're like, okay, I guess. You know, like at first it's nice because you're getting hella hours, you get paid, you know, and then as the weeks go by, you're like, I'm not getting paid nearly enough, you know, like I'm not getting paid nearly enough for this shit. But still, I'm doing okay, I think, because I'm saving money, credit score up, savings up, you know. I think that too is like the more money I have in my savings, the more I want to save. So like I'm really not just buying stuff. Like I'm really not buying shit. Like I don't be shopping or anything like that. I literally lost 50 pounds. I still wear the same clothes I wore when I was 50 pounds heavier. Like I just don't feel like shopping, you know, because I want to lose more weight. I feel like that's just a waste of money right now, you know. But that also gets pretty mundane. Sometimes like I want to go shopping and like choose clothes that look good on me, you know. But then they're gonna look different in 2 months, you know. So I don't know. Just a lot of shit. But I'm at work right now, and I think I was feeling burnt out. And we have like this like the Microsoft Teams thing where we like kind of chat and like talk about our successes at work, you know, signing people up for stuff, whatever, sales, things like that, right? And my boss had put in the private chat between like him and our store specifically, not every store, like just our store, and had pretty much said like the first sentence, it just says, I'll have to start reducing hours if we don't start driving results for this store fast. I read that and I was already kind of not feeling today. You know what I mean? I was already not feeling today. And reading that made me angry, not in the way of like, oh, I'm taking this personally kind of thing. You know, I try not to do that, especially at a minimum wage job. Like, girl, I'm getting paid by the hour. You know what I mean? I try to reduce the amount of emotional drainage. You know, I try to keep it to a minimum. So I was not trying to take it personally, but I think it made me angry because I feel like lately I've been recognizing my worth when it comes to relationships, when it comes to money, when it comes to doing things that I aspire to do. Like I feel like I'm starting to realize like, wait, no, like I am worth more and I can work towards something bigger than this, something better than this, something that doesn't cause me as much stress, something that even if it does cause me stress, something that makes me feel emotionally and spiritually aligned, you know. And this job is definitely not that. But also reading that, it's like I hate that like corporate shit. You know what I mean? I hate it so bad. I hate that corporate shit where it's like, oh guys, you're doing really bad, so I'm gonna have to reduce your hours. Girl, can you afford to reduce hours? Like, who? Because I feel like they're always calling me and asking, can you cover please this store? Can you afford to be reducing our hours? Can you afford that? And I also think the turnover rate here is really high too, and I feel like my boss is always asking like, oh, I wonder why our turnover rate is high, and I'm like, it's because shit like this, you know. And I think also because people take it really personally, you know, so they quit, which is fine too, you know. Know your worth, girl. Like if you don't feel like taking it, don't take it, you know. That's kind of how I'm getting to right now, you know. That's kind of the point I'm at. It's really nothing against the company at all, like, you know, it's a chill little job, you know, but I think I just feel emotionally drained being here. And then I get messages like these all the time, you know, and all the stores do, where it's just like, hey man, I'm gonna start paying you less, which is like, again, that can only be possible if you don't sign me up, like if you don't schedule me that many hours. But I also fear that you can't afford to not have hours. I just think it's interesting how you can run around and like, you know, call people and beg people to come work because nobody else is working or you're understaffed, but you can still threaten to take their hours away. And then somehow you think that's gonna motivate me to like want to do my job better or like really focus super hard on whatever you want me to focus on, you know? Like that's not gonna really motivate me, or that doesn't make people think like, oh my gosh, like I gotta get these numbers up. He's not gonna sign me up. He's not gonna put me on hours. Like, bro, what? You know? And I feel like that's also kind of fucked up. You know, like you're fucking with people's lives at this point. You know? Well, I got people coming in. Please hold. Anyways, as we were, yeah, but yeah. So I just feel like, I don't know, it's just not incentive to make people work harder, and also it's like people don't deserve like that shit, and I feel like you're just saying it just to say it. You don't actually mean it, like you're just saying it to grab people's attention. But I feel like that's what fucks with people, you know. You say shit like that, like that's what fucks people, that's what makes people not want to work with you or for you. And like I think about owning a business, or like I think about doing community work and the things that I dream of, and it's like I don't want to be that kind of person, you know what I mean? Like I don't want to ever get to a point where I have to like threaten like, oh, I'm gonna put you down for less hours, you're gonna get paid less if you're not doing this and this for me, because it makes me look bad. It's like, but I get it, like, and it's no shade to him either, because he's just doing his job, like, you know, so it's cool, you know, I get it, it's your job, and he's worked here for decades, you know, so no shade to him either. But I think about what I want to do, I think about my worth, I think about my dreams, and it's like, no, I need something better than this, I need something bigger than this, even just like an environment where I don't have to like sell shit, you know, and I can just focus on doing work, and talking to people and connecting with people, rather than just like sales, you know. I'm not saying sales is inherently bad either, because there are things that like services that I feel like I want to get better at, and like sell my services and my abilities to other people, you know, but that's something I believe in, and like I don't believe in a lot of shit that I have to sell here, you know. So I think that's also what causes like the cognitive dissonance there as well. It's just like, I'm not happy doing this, you know, and I think I need to take that into excuse me, take that all into consideration, you know, when it comes to like my mental, you know, because if you're not happy, like, switch it up. You have to switch it up, and you have to like do that unapologetically, you know. And I think I struggle with that a lot. I struggle with the difference between giving up and like switching it up, you know. So you're not meant to do everything forever, you know. I definitely think I struggle with that for sure. It might be like a perfectionist thing, or like I don't know what kind of complex it is, but yeah. So I feel like I should definitely want to do something more meaningful, you know. And I'm doing EMT training right now, which is really fun, and I actually really enjoy it, and I kind of see that in my future as well, you know. And I think it's weird, because every time I mention this to someone, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing EMT training, they're like, yeah, they don't get paid for shit. Like, that's like the first thing people say. And it's like, which is true, yes, compared to the job you have to do, yeah, you don't really get paid that much. Like, once you get into the paramedic thing, like, kind of side of things, you definitely get paid more, you know, once you get into all that. So, you know, but I think it's just not fair. Like, I don't get paid a lot here either. You know what I mean? I'd rather do that 30 hours a week than do this 30 hours a week. You know what I mean? Because actually, like, I'm helping people, and I'm like building a life that I actually see myself living, you know, and I'm building so many skills that I want to have for the rest of my life, you know. So I don't know. And I think that also is something I'm kind of thinking about and reflecting on, is not only like, you know, the difference between giving up and switching it up and changing lanes, you know, but also don't let other people dictate how you feel about something or what you want to do. Like, if you want to do it, or if you see something that is gonna make you happy or happier than what you're doing right now, don't listen to the judgment. Don't let it, and I'm kind of just saying this to myself or to whoever's listening, but really just to remind myself that, like, don't listen, you know. Don't listen to that shit, you know. It's okay to express it, and just also be careful about who you express that shit to, but don't listen at the end of the day, and don't let it get to you, because you're gonna die. I feel like I've been thinking about death a lot in like the best way possible. Like, you're gonna die one day. You're gonna croak. You could die right now at this moment. You could like have a heart attack or something, like, and just fucking, and that's it. Lights out, you know. And I feel like I don't want to die knowing that I didn't do shit outside my comfort zone, or I didn't at least attempt to live a life that I see myself living, you know. Because that's kind of depressing, right? Because there are already things that I regret not doing. There are already things that I wish I could go back and change, you know. And I feel like I hate that feeling. I hate it so bad, you know. And I don't want to keep living that way, wishing and hoping, you know, and instead of doing and trying. So, but yeah, just a little TED talk for today. I didn't have much to say. I think I was feeling overwhelmed, and nobody was answering my phone because I wanted to like vent about it and talk about it, but nobody was really answering. So I was like, let me just make a cute little video, and maybe it was helpful to somebody, even if it only gets like one view. I'm like, hopefully some of this made sense. But yeah, I just want to live a life that I actually want to live, you know. I want to explore, do shit outside my comfort zone. I want to, again, talk to more people, say hi to more people when I go to the gym, or when I'm at the store, or even when I'm at work. Like, I feel like I'm really good at engaging in conversation and just putting myself out there for people, and I want to continue to do that, you know. But yeah, that's all. thanks for tuning in. Gotta finish up my shift. I get off in about an hour. So, should be pretty chill. But thanks for listening.